Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, today's episode of GH was trash. The end. Alright, well, I want to thank you for watching. uh, Today's episode was trash. I can't think of. Maybe somebody could sit there and help me remember one good thing that actually happened in this episode. One good thing. What is the one good thing that actually happened in today's episode of General Hospital? It started off good. Okay. It started off good this year. Mel, my favorite, is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. I can't think of one good thing that actually happened in this episode. I really can't. Um, Not a loss. So, you're in the chat right now. Let me know one good thing that actually happened in this episode. And like I said, also in the title, two down and one to go on Days of Our Lives. What's good, Graham TV? How you doing tonight? It's been a hot minute since I've seen you. How have you been? I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you in the live stream. Black Mon is in the chat. Was good. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a great night. Hope everyone's having a great night so far. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that happened. Karen is in the chat. Was good. Jana is in the chat. Was good. Of course, like usual now, I expect nothing less for you to sit there and watch it tomorrow. I mean, for you to have already watched it tomorrow. I'm doing pretty good, Black Mon. I'm actually doing pretty good. And it's been a long time that I can actually say that and truly mean that. So, and I'm okay, but like, I'm actually doing good. Spike Quake says, I don't get why you don't feel bad for Brit, but I love how people still talk about her and still sad, even if we knew she was leaving. I mean, I mean, Spider Quake, partly I don't feel bad for her because I know how she left. And, for me personally, it's a soap opera. And it's very hard for me to sit there and feel emotional about characters that die on a soap opera. It just does. And I don't judge. Here's the thing: I don't judge anyone that does feel bad about it. It's just, you know, it just doesn't do anything for me. Oh, okay, I Graham Stevie. No, I just miss seeing you in the chat. That's all. It's always good to see you. I'm glad everything is good, though. Is everything good with you, Graham Stevie? Angelique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Thank you for joining. Blackmon says, I'm glad you're over. Yes, Blackmon, thank you. It was so not fun. It was terrible. It was terrible. I should tell you the truth. Like the highlight of my day, even when I was sick, was coming here and just talking to everyone here. Monique is in the chat. Was good. Monique says she was boring, didn't watch, just read the recaps. Yeah. It was trash. It was trash. Angelique says Brit reaction to Terry's death was getting to me. Um, I wish I could join her, but I really couldn't. I don't know. I hope you had a good day, Angelique. Spikewick says I saw the GH. Yeah, Spikewick. Yeah, Carly finally gets exposed. I'm gonna be so happy when that happens. Um, but Spikewick, I think you should probably have your expectations just a little bit low. Just throwing it out there. The most I was happy Lucas went off. Yeah, it was good seeing Orpheus again. It was really good seeing Orpheus again. Now, that's that's one of my favorite villains on Days of Our Lives is Orpheus. Cause yeah, Karen. I mean, I hope so too. I doubt it, but it's gonna happen this week. What's good, Kevo? How's everything going? How's the music going? How's the music business going? Shauna is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Shauna? Thank you for joining. That's as I heard that Phillips coming back on days. So hopefully that be. I'm always surprised when when I'm happy to sit there and hear that Philip may come back. I really felt like, well, honestly, to tell you the truth, I called him a man child when I first started watching it. So be cool if he comes back. I mean, it would make sense. You know, Kate died, so and Kayla died too. But how's everything going in your world, Caval? Yeah, like the whole Brit thing. It was that I created self grind part two, and I've been working out. Nice, nice, nice. I gotta listen to it, Caval. Kai Win is in the chat. Was good. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing? Thank you for joining. It's always good to see you. Spike Ray said Chiefs can't disappoint me this week unless Drew. Hey, listen, Spike Ray. Listen, I hope he doesn't disappoint me either. I really do. Um, but here's the thing from what I've learned last year about GH. I'm not. I'm not having a high. I'm not gonna set my expectations high for GH because yeah, I'm just I'm just I'm just not. Monique says I read the interview with Kelly. She said she was ready to leave the show, but her storyline with Steve made her stay. Oh, okay. Yeah, Monique. Somebody else was there saying that too. That a lot of these young actors that are like in their early 40s or before 40s, they don't want to stay on the show too long. They don't want to sit there and be there forever. Her, Marcy from Days, um, Lonnie from Days, like a lot of people, they don't want to sit there and stay on the show forever. They don't want to be like Doug and Julie or, Edward on GH and stuff like that. They don't want to be here forever. Hmm. I don't remember. Well, I mean, Kevin, I guess maybe it depends what kind of protein that you use. Guess it depends what kind of protein you use. Shauna says how Vicky, Audrey, and Elaine are gonna work out. Hmm. What do you mean by that? Like how they're gonna walk? Like I don't understand that. Is it just like a general statement, or Black Mom says something is going on with Elizabeth? Something is definitely, yeah. She's worried that her actions are finally gonna catch on to her. Yeah, that's right, Mel. Charlie's Angels are coming. But see, that's the problem though, Mel, for me, is that they've been on the show for like decades. So having them die doesn't really do anything. We know that they're coming back. This is a reason why it's very difficult for me to get involved, get into any sort of emotional scenes because in on paper it should work for me. But I know they're gonna come back. So what's the point of crying about it? And I know they're gonna come back. Same thing with Brit. What's the point of sitting there crying about Brit or being upset about Brit? And we know that the actress was going to leave the show 3 months before. I'm going to sit there and cry about an actress that decided to leave the show to live her life, to live her quote unquote best life. It just doesn't work for me. Shakira's in the chat. How you doing tonight, Shakira? Oh, okay. They're going to clash. Okay. Oh, that should be interesting. Monique says Diane, who is so terrified Jeremy has no problem being around him if you afraid of him. Yeah. But Monique, I didn't at this point, if Jeremy wanted to kill her, she would have. So what is she actually so afraid of at this point? De Havilland is in the chat. What's good, De Havilland? Thank you for joining. Mel says, I think the secret that Lucas is going to tell. Oh, okay. Yeah, he did that. He did have that bottle of Kentucky Kentucky Hennessy or Kentucky wine. I mean Kentucky something Kentucky. I think it was like Kentucky Hennessy or something. It's like New York's version of Jack Daniels, you know? Jessica is in the chat. Karen says the last time I cried over death was G.H. Stone. Okay. Now Jessica said, damn, Albert, just because she's leaving the show doesn't mean her ending wasn't sad. I didn't cry either, but I get what. No, 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 exactly. No, Jessica, here's the thing. I said before you came on, I said that I'm not judging anyone who was sad about her death scene. I said for me, it just doesn't do anything for me. I understand that other people will watch it and be sad, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying for me personally, it doesn't work. Because I was also referring to Spiderquake because he was okay, yeah, because Spiderquake was sitting there asking me, um, like why wasn't I like upset about it, or why wasn't I as upset as maybe some of the other people? Oh, okay, yeah. I had a nickname for you, or maybe I actually had your name right the first time. Oh, Kentucky Whiskey, I think that's what it's called. Scon Sconophicus. Sconof. None. Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I actually had. You know, I haven't seen you in the chat in such a long time. How have you been? I think if I probably would have saw your name more, and I would have been like, because you know I'm bad. You know I'm bad with names. I didn't have a nickname for you. Damn it. No, says Eric told me that. I mean, yeah, I get it now, and you know it's a dicey situation because I think Eric knows that he shouldn't be blaming Nicole for like Nicole didn't put a gun to Jada's head. You know, she didn't put a gun to Jada's head. So, but she did interfere, and it wasn't her place. Yeah, Nate, it's kind of a shame. It's kind of a shame. Yeah, Shigeru, usually AJ's in the chat sometimes. It's a good question. Maybe she'll be. Oh no 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 no. Yeah, it's funny. I was thinking about that name like maybe 3 weeks ago, and then I didn't see it, and then I didn't see you in a hot minute. Well, how have you been though? How have you been doing? I hope everything is good in your world. Yeah, Jessica, I don't get that either. I really don't. I mean, the only thing that she could sit there and say is, well, Nicholas pushed her off the terrace. But then Nicholas could sit there and be like, no, I didn't do it. It was Ava. I was just covering for her. So yeah, the whole plan to sit there and get a giant castle just seems it just seems stupid. And how have you been doing, Shakira? Shauna says, why Sonny looked at Brit's papers. Yeah, Shauna, it really didn't make any sense. It was like, bro, why are you looking at her paper for? This has nothing to do with you. I don't go in someone's house and then start looking through their papers. Even if their papers is on the desk, I'm not just gonna sit there and pick it up and be like, this is kind of interesting. Y&R was pretty good, Shakira. Spikequake says Ava's not dumb, I believe. Ava's going to edit the video. Maybe. Jessica, she just wants it because she knows that it's Nicholas and she knows that it's going to hurt Nicholas. That's why she wants it. Um, Jessica says, why does she? Yeah. And Nona says maybe Ava will figure out that Liz wasn't pregnant and then figure out. Yeah, see, that would be a much better thing to hold over him. And Mel says, what if Orpheus put the that'd be interesting. No, Kappa, I don't go to school. No. Jessica says I thought she got Victor to agree to. Yeah, I didn't. That's another thing, Jessica. Why did he even actually agree to it? He doesn't have anything. Amy is in the chat. How you doing tonight, Amy? Always see you in the comment section. It's really good to see you during the live. Tony D is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Shakira, I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing tonight? Shauna says I'm sick of Ava. Why? Angelique says Ava and Nicholas had a prenup. That's it. If one of oh, I did not think about that, Angelique. I didn't think about that at all. Shakira says California weather makes me kind of sleepy. Is it because it's hot or usually for me it's the cold. It's the cold that makes me tired. For some odd reason, I don't know why, but it just makes me tired. Monique says Kyle working with Victor to get Adam out of Jabal so Victor can have Adam back in Newman. Oh, is that for tomorrow's episode? Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good, Monique. Thank you, Nona. Thank you so much. We got 24 people in the chat. We got 10 likes. So if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. It really does help me out. Also, if you're not a member, and you're on your laptop or a desktop, hit the join button because I do go live. I'm trying to do it twice a week. For members only. And last Saturday was my first members stream, which was actually a lot of fun. And I was kind of nervous about it a little bit because I'm gonna be honest, I kind of came up on the fly with just stuff to talk about. So, but I felt like we had a lot of fun. Mel says I had a feeling that Bill put. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I actually did my review on B&B, so I'm gonna put it out after I do the stream. But it was laughable. I love it. It's just laughable. Colin says decent. Finally, wait. Now is a nice person now. Finally, raining in miles are renting a good person. What does that mean? Shauna says Ava's too vengeful. She hurts plenty of people. She only cares when her feelings get hurt. So, yeah, but to be fair, isn't that kind of like with everyone to some extent? I mean, I'm not defending her, but still. Spike Quick says we're heading in Carly versus Nina Part 3. I'm actually put a title like that. Shakira says it's raining and calls a big flood. And oh my God, thank you so much, Nona. Thank you. Thank you. My rock star, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Um, Monique says Liz do anything to prove her loyalty to her men. Hmm. Like what? I mean, is it stuff that she did in the past? Because I only started watching in 2000. I know she does. She has done some stuff that has been very questionable. I'll tell you that much. Um, Ron says I told you that people should. Yep, I know, Ron. I know. We're Sheila fans, so we gotta stick together on that. And thank you again so much, Nona. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Monique says it was 50. It was 55 yesterday in Chicago. Now it's oh wow. Monique, I hate weather like that because that's how I generally get sick. That's how I generally get sick. Thank you again, Nona. Thank you so much. Tony D says, how is it that Willow and Brett being cousins, their connection was not revealed, especially with the whole bloodline? Hmm. between Britt and Terry? That's a good question. I think the question more is the fact that they dragged that poor girl down to that hospital to be like, oh, by the way, that bone marrow that bone marrow, yeah, we're not gonna be able to give it to you today. Like, are you kidding me? Mel says it was priceless for Devon and Lily. Oh yeah, it was great. It was great. And of course Audrey gotta sit there and act like an immature little 12-year-old. Hey, well, you're bad at judging people and you're dumb and people are coming to your place of business and they're doing bad attention. It's because you're a big dummy. Come on, bro. I know you got body karate, but damn girl. Monique says gotta cut this short back from break. It's all good. I appreciate you being here, Monique. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Um, Ron says, "Did you watch?" No. I'm trying to get some time to actually watch his videos because I haven't watched his videos in a hot minute. So Shauna, yeah, that's something else. That's been a debate that's been going on for about a couple of days now. Because yeah, technically the marrow is poison, but it's also a soap opera, and a lot of times they don't do things that would normally make sense. They really don't. I wish they would, but they don't. Mel says Audrey gets fired, so now she can go. Yeah, yep. Nate was like, "Yo, I got you. Don't worry about it." Ron is like, Phoenix said that this week that she will be free. And what free? I'm excited. Oh, okay. All right, that's gonna be interesting. Shauna says Liz, Lily Naive's self. Nona says Liz, Carly, Nick are in a deep, but Liz will get people supporting her when it comes out what she did. Yeah, you're right, Nona, because you can always sit there and spin it like, well, I was just not there trying to do this for the baby, and even though I don't like her, I want to make sure that the baby gets proper. Yeah, I can totally see that. Jessica says I'm mad they really called Willow and Michael down there. Just exactly. I was like, are you kidding me? And Jessica, I knew that most likely was going to happen when she was like, I got some bad news for you. When she said I got some bad news for you, I don't know if I said it in a video, but I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, really? You brung her all the way down there to sit there and be like, oh, by the way, yeah, like Nikisha's in the chat. Nikisha, I figured that would happen with Willow. Yeah, but it was still rough to see. And now we're just back to seeing Willow, being all sick and everything. And it's just depressing to watch. Shauna says, why did Lily go? Exactly. I really didn't get that. I thought that was so stupid. But in all reality, when it comes to us, Lily, I don't really know. I don't know about that girl. Mel says, do you think that Victor and Kyle can get Adam to leave? Hmm. I don't know. I'll have to watch the episode tomorrow. Ron says he Phoenix did spoilers new videos. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Tony D says, doesn't it make sense that bread may be organ donor, so we Yeah, no, no. Tony D, that would be interesting. I agree. That would be interesting. Joshua's in the chat. What's good, Joshua? Sky Quick says, honestly, I have no sympathy for Willow. Okay. Um, Jessica says Willow better start telling everyone so they can get tested. Mothers might not be a match. I donated to my sister and was a match. Oh, wow. Okay. Hmm. That's, I don't, that's a very brave thing to do. A very selfless thing to do, Jessica. But yeah, I've been over her lying to everyone or her not telling everyone about her diagnosis. Like I've been over it. Says I think it's pointless to go to one session. Yeah, exactly. It was so stupid. It was so much of a waste of money, and it was one of those things. It was like, boo, you should have just broke out with him and just we need some time apart. No, just break out with him. What is time? So stupid. Well, it's good to see you in the chat, Joshua. Tony D says it's not a coincidence that Britt had that particular file. Oh, okay. I still don't understand why Sonny was just there looking at it though. Like, why are you looking at somebody else's papers for? Aaron says California weather right now is rainy. That's right, Mr. Cheyenne. Yeah, it wasn't good today. It wasn't good today, Cheyenne. I heard you and Danny Bear, you and Danny Bear 87 are gonna be doing the video. They're gonna be doing a live stream soon. Ron says, man, just put Chanel and Johnny together because he has no chemistry with Wendy. Mel says, where do you think Orpheus put the orchid? Probably somewhere very clever. But the point is we know that we know most likely he has it. Nice, Cheyenne. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I look forward to watching y'all too. Hopefully, Cheyenne. Hopefully, you don't private that video because I know all your other videos have been private. So now, Angelique says Sunny saw the papers, so him and Nina will go in secret and donate to see. Oh, nice. Okay. Very interesting. I didn't think that's a thing. That may actually be like what they're doing. Ruth is in the chat. Ruth said, let me guess, you got probably say that today channels were trash and I was disagree with you. In fact, I think oh, okay. Yeah, it was trash. It was trash, yeah. It could it's just disappointing sometimes because the thing is they actually do have really great characters. And even characters that annoy me like Nina, at least she gives something to the table, as opposed to Tessa Mariah, but they don't. Like you have episodes like this, and it's like, what really happened in this episode? Dolly's in the chat. What's good, Dolly? Joshua said, I saw Weinar today. It's a shame that Tucker gets together with Ashley. Yeah. Oh, that was a very Joshua. He was on top of the world for like maybe a good half an hour, and then now he's all like, "Well, Phyllis, let's burn it all to the ground." Tucker, you had everything and you lost it in a matter under 2 months. Karen said, "I just hope Carlyville." Yeah, I'm keeping my expectations low. Shauna says Bill needs to lose everything. Deacon forced Sheila. She lit up today. Yeah, again, I felt like it's some sort of Stockholm syndrome or something with Deacon. Mine says so Brooke, Taylor, and others. Yeah, she's coming out and she's gonna cause some havoc. Howard says, who would win, Sonny or Victor? The thing is, Kywin, I want to say Sonny, but that's only because I've been watching him for like a long time. I don't know how Victor is or how he was in his prime. Nikki said I was rooting for Tucker. I didn't want Devon and Ashley to find out. Oh, okay. I like Tucker, but I mean, it was definitely a good reveal. I say that much. Devon came in there like Devon has just been a boss the last past couple of weeks. And I've been loving it. Kevin says Victor helps when he gets out of trouble. Nona says, I'm such a jerk. I didn't want Nina to have anything nice. I'm here for calling me stupid. Okay, all right. Hmm. I mean, Nona, I get it. There's characters that we just don't like. We just don't like them, and a lot of times we either root for their downfall or we laugh when they do have a downfall. So even Jessica agrees with you. Tony D says Willow is so upset about Wiley being so upset over an illness. What about her dying? Yeah, exactly. Tony D. A lot of the stuff she's not doing is just not making any sense. But the one thing I always sit there and say in these soap operas, plot goes plot goes over logic and common sense 98% of the time. And Mel says Jack and Diane plan will backfire. Once, yeah, it's going to be interesting. And you know what? I think that Nikki is definitely a good choice. But here's the thing, though. Even if she does steal from Nikki, is Jeremy really just going to be like, oh, okay, cool. So now we can sit there and really do some illegal stuff? Like, serious? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Now Shona says I'm waiting for Victor to go above and beyond for his family. Helen says today's episode probably Friday's sword. I don't know what that means. Now Mel says Deacon Bill, Mike are just all suckers for Sheila. Well, no, I would sit there and say this. There's a lot of guys that like bad girls. Alright? There's a lot of guys that like bad girls. Just saying. Ron says Sheila is interesting and the other characters are boring. Hope Liam, Finn, Steffi, and okay. Cheyenne says soap opera is just not fun to watch. Cheyenne, I 100% disagree with that statement. But to each his own, right? Now Nikisha, hey, did you hear? Did you see that? Lenikia hit 8,000 subs, almost more than Brock TV. Hmm. I gotta ask her how long. I gotta ask her how long she's been on YouTube for. Of course, every time I sit there and go in her chat, how you doing, Tracy? Thank you for joining. Every time I go to her chat or I go to her live streams, like, she never sees my comments. It's like I'm blocked or something. AJ, it's funny. Shakira just asking about you, AJ. Shauna says Jack burning all his bridges for Diane. Hmm. Uh, Karen says, "Why was Sonny going to?" Yeah, it made no sense. I was like, "Why would you go to somebody else's place and start looking through papers that doesn't have anything to do with you?" Mel says, "Bill being on Sheila's side, he is going to lose his son Liam." Yeah, Mel, I felt like in a lot of ways he felt like he kind of already did. I mean, he got dumped by two beautiful women, so apparently that was enough to sit there and break his whole spirit. Yoli says Shakira, Sheila is giving Brooke a little competition with all. Yeah, definitely. I just now thought about that. Yeah, AJ. Shakira was not there asking like, "Yo, where's AJ at?" So it's good to see you, AJ. Hope you're having a good night so far. Shauna says now Finn sees Bill threatening Lee too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Lee is in this threat now too. At first, he was all like, "Oh, I know that's your mother and everything like that, but I just can't stand the thought of Sheila escaping." Well, now Lee's this. Now let's see what she's going to do. Now maybe he'll be a little more sympathetic. Ron says, "Let them go and cross." Ron, you're hilarious. I love your energy. Tony D says, "Victor, he is the master because he has no conscience." I'm gonna have to take your word for that. Damon says the actress who played Heather is she? I don't know. I don't know, Damon. That's a good question. Mel says, "What do you think of Alex turning off?" Oh yeah, it was trash. It was definitely a trash move, and he is going to regret that for a very, very, very long time. And he should. Just, I mean, my dude just wanted to get it in, and so you know, it was selfish. Let's put it this way. AJ says, "Thanks, over." Oh no, it's all good, AJ. It's all good. I just, I'm happy to see you. That's all. I was like, usually I always see you in here early, but whenever you come in, I appreciate you being here. Tony D says Diane playing is stupid. That man is a criminal. That's yeah, Tony, exactly. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, no, AJ. I mean, like I said, I love having you in here. I have a really good crowd of people that's in here, and I'm very blessed. Shauna says so. You did catch Finn had a exactly. Yeah, yeah. When his mom is involved, it's like, oh, I guess I got to sit there and go along with Bill's plan. Now, I like saving challenges. Says I can't wait for Carly to be busted. I think a lot of people who's watching GH also can't wait for that. Ron says yes because it isn't squeaky. She faked it that. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. She could lose her license. She can go to jail, like real jail. Mel says I hope Bill leaves Liam. Hope that. At this point, Mel, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I love seeing my regulars. I love seeing new people, but I also love seeing my regulars. Um, because it's again, I always sit there and say this is literally the best part of my day is to do this, you know. And I want to get to a point one day where I'm just doing this, you know. I can sit there and maybe do a stream in the morning for members, and then in the afternoon I can sit there and do like another stream, another live stream, do some soap opera reviews throughout the day. You know, it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun. But I will get there at some point. I will get there. But I am, right now I'm enjoying the ride. I'm enjoying the ride. I may have something coming up this week. May have another collab maybe coming up possibly this weekend. Santa says I want Bill to lose everything because when he had Justin throw Rich out that helicopter. I gotta watch that scene. Sorry, I gotta watch that scene, Shauna. Because sometimes I'll go back and I'll watch old school scenes. Like again, the scene with Jack throwing that chair out at Jabot was probably the best scene I think I've ever seen in a soap opera. Double C's in the chat was good. Double C. Mel says, "Do you think that Sloan is going to still?" Yeah. No. Yeah. Exactly. No. I 100% think that Mel. The only reason why she wasn't doing it lately is because she has to sit there and babysit, aka kidnap a child, or help kidnap a child. So yeah, no. She was just busy. Yeah, my chick was just on a bit of a hiatus, not like the popular. AJ says the only good thing about GHA was Spencer. That's it. Yeah, he has some good scenes. He has some good scenes. Spencer, well, okay, I was just gonna say the one good thing was Alexis, her talk with Nicholas. That was a good scene because Nicholas was pretty much just like, all right, I'm just gonna have a do over, with this new baby. And Alexis is like, no, 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 you don't get a do over. That's not how that works. Ron says Bill could send two people to prison to, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're 100% right, Ron. And when Stephanie kept trying to play that down, like, oh, well, my mother wasn't in her right mind, and she was a different person back. Yeah, she was a person that shot people in the back. Why are we sitting there playing? Why are we sitting there downplaying that for? That says today's episode of General Hospital about father and son's healing. I can kind of see that. Well, no, actually, I can't. But I can understand that the premise of it when Victor was like, you need to talk to Spencer about Nicholas. And Angelique says, I like Ava and Nina's talk to them. Okay, that's good, Cheyenne. That's good. Yeah, Shauna, I'm not gonna lie. I sat there. I was like, yeah, I feel like at this point, is it my imagination, or did the writers forget that Victor was poisoned with something? I mean, I know it's a slow acting poison, but like, it's been 2 months. What is taking so long? Mel says, do you think that Chloe could mess with the DNA results of Adam and you know, Mel, I wouldn't put it past Chloe because Chloe does come across as really spiteful. Or Angelique says, or Miss Wu lied. I mean, yeah, that's true, Nikisha. It's not. It doesn't have to be poison, but it's supposed to be something. We just haven't seen anything happen yet. Could be Nikisha. That'd be interesting. But yeah, no, I can totally see Chloe doing that. Angela says it's Monday. Of course, nothing's going to happen. I mean, yeah, I get that nothing's going to happen, but that's like just saying, well, nothing's going to happen, but you should watch it anyway because it's on. You know, like with these episodes, here's the thing. I always feel like you should put your best foot forward. I don't care if it's a Monday episode, it's a Wednesday episode, it's a Tuesday episode. You should always put your best foot forward. Okay. It should never get to the expectations of, well, it's Monday, so, it's not just going to be a good episode. It's like, why? Why? I mean, Angela, I bless your heart. I don't have the patience for that, you know? Ron says, and Sheila should report and press charges against Stephanie Fisher. Yes, Ron. Yeah, I saw that clip. I saw that clip when she literally shot her because I guess she was pulling something out of her purse. Cohen says, "What color is Aubrey Chanel?" Or I don't understand what that means. Um, I'm really not understand what that means, Cohen. When Nikisha said she said it wouldn't do anything until the right time. Um, all right, you're right about that. Hmm. It's kind of a letdown, but okay. I mean, that is if that's the case, then we could be sitting there waiting for a whole nother year or 2 years. Karen says, "Does anybody know if Nicholas Roy has been?" Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, in the chat, let us know if anybody knows that. Angela says we have a switch and a DNA switch only. I'm gonna rush this in years. It's about time for it to happen, and Chloe would have be okay. Yeah, I can see that, Angela, especially from Chloe, because Mel says, "Well, is going to find out information on Leo, bring him being the clown that kidnapped. Oh, that's going to be. You're right. No, because eventually everything does come to light. Everything does come to light. The light. Vanishing dinosaur. What does that mean? Vanishing dinosaur. Now Shakira says Sally's going to think Nick is the dad, but it's really Adam. I'm trying, Jessica. I am. I am. Ron says when and if Finn learns that Steffi's nothing. Probably won't say anything, Ron. He'll just go with it. He'll just go with it. Now Angela says it's always been that case. Nothing starts happening until midweek because they have to cycle through everybody happens like that on every soap. I mean, here's the thing, Angela. I get that. I get that. But I don't think that's always been the case, though. Or at least, here's the thing. Either that wasn't always the case, or my expectations is just a lot higher. But I mean, in all reality, here's the thing. Even if that is the case, and like that's been going on for so long, what I always sit there and say is that shouldn't be the norm. You know, like it really shouldn't be the norm. Monday's episode, because here's the thing: if I'm a new person that's watching these soaps, and you show me a Monday or Tuesday episode, and it's not really that good, I'm probably not going to stick around. Now, don't get me wrong. I know soap operas take a while before they start to get good, but I've always been one to sit there and believe, put your best foot forward. Or at the very least, try to put your best foot forward. Not just, well, it's Monday, so it's going to just be one of those episodes. Like, I don't know. For me personally, I can't give them just a pass. Or I can't come on now. At this point, everyone will watch my videos for a while. You know I can be a dick. And there's just certain things that I just won't give a pass for. But Angela, I don't know. I just I have to tell you, I want these episodes to be better. You know, Helen says I think all the work going home to be in the holidays tomorrow is going to be a holiday tomorrow. What? Oh, that Wednesday. What do you mean? Shauna says Carter and Kate boring. I look for Quarter, Brooke, and Taylor really irking me. Why is Brooke and Taylor really irking you? And Shakira just says, okay. LBC says Chloe may change the yeah. Yeah, somebody else said that too. I don't know if it was you, but somebody else in the chat said that also. Ron says so when Taylor and Alda figure out that was threatening to have her arrested for shooting, how will Rich feel? Hmm. I have to tell you, that's the I don't hate Ridge, but like I mean, is it really that important? And Nikki said pacing is important for a storytelling. Every episode isn't going to be great, just like when you read a book. Every page isn't going to be great. I enjoyed Rich a lot for the last few weeks. Okay. No, I mean, I'm sure you're. Here's the thing, Keisha. I'm sure you're right. I know that you're right. But I don't know. Sometimes I guess in some ways we gotta kind of agree to disagree. Like Sammy says, it's the beginning of the year. Things have to build. Just give them time. You're right. You're right. You're right. Hmm. No, I get you. Trust me, I get where you're coming from. But maybe I'm just, I don't know. I can't, like, I'm not, okay. Maybe I'm just being pig-headed, but I'm not going to sit there and drop what I said as far as today's episode being trash. Because it was trash. Mo says, "But if Stephanie ends up pregnant, oh, that's going to be something." Um, Now I do agree. I was going to say this. I do agree that pacing and stuff like that. I don't have patience. I really don't. And if I see an episode that I don't like, that I feel that it's kind of boring or trash, I'm gonna call it out. It doesn't mean I'm gonna stop watching the episode. I'm gonna condemn the whole show, but I can't sit there and I guess I can't be okay with a slow episode. It's just never really been my thing. Maybe my expectations just a little bit different, or maybe yeah. I would agree to disagree. I'll just put it that way. Um, I felt like I just started to go into a wild ramble that just did not stop and did not end. And a part of my brain was like, just shut up and stick to your guns. But no, I want to go on a long rant anyway, because that's what I do. Yeah, Tony, and maybe it's not a poison. Who knows what it is? But at this point, it's just, I'm probably going to forget about it until they bring it back up eventually. Now, Mel says, do you think there will be a love triangle between Nate, Elena, and Victoria, or Audra? I can definitely see something with Nate and Victoria and Elena. But Audra? So okay, so that wouldn't even be a love triangle. What would that even be? Ron says, I'm a young and wrestling fan. The shots. Yeah, it has. Yep. I agree with that whole sentence. Shakira says Drew looks disappointed at Carly on the yeah, it's gonna be great. Thank you. Thank you for sending me that promo on IG. That says I love the love triangle between. Yeah, I don't know what I can't believe they actually been doing that for that long. It's just people just been okay. Timmy says, let's not feel your pain. I was not happy why off last 4 years straight and I yeah, no, I get that. I get that, Samuel. I get that, I do. And again, don't take my like okay. So I sit there and say today's episode was trash. I'm gonna stand by that. But don't take my words so harsh because I do understand that not every episode is gonna be good. Hell, as much as I love to sit there and try to make every stream good, every live stream good, doesn't mean that it's gonna be good. You know? I just like to feel that I'm always trying to do my best. Now, Nikish said to each their own for me, some I will agree with you on that, Nikisha, because I'm a Leo also. So I will agree with you on that. I will agree with you on that 100%. And yeah, no, that's yeah. Um Shannon says Willis said something today that made sense. That's me. Yes, no, it's funny, Shauna, because I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that, Shauna. I was like, during that whole talk, because like I'm not gonna lie, it was just like I didn't care. But when she said that, I was like, that made sense. But no, I agree with that, Nikisha. I do. I do. He just said I'm just allergic to GH to everything. Sometimes get booked. No, that's true. That's true. But hmm, nice. Nice, Nikisha, nice. Now, AJ's, no, Shauna says, it's weird, Samuel, because I mean, I only started watching for like maybe 3 years, so I'm enjoying it so far, but I don't know what it was like back then. Now, Shauna says, how was Bill watching that? Watching what? Yeah, but here's the thing, Sean, I didn't see him put a camera there, but maybe he's able to tap into the feed though. AJ says sometimes I watch Days, but I don't watch YNR. What do you think of Days, AJ? Tony D says maybe the poison makes Victor sick, but not the way we think. Mm. Yeah, here's the thing. I logically, I will sit there and say this about Nikisha comics, Nikisha and Samuel's comment about every episode is not always going to be good because logically you do have a point. Nothing is always going to be good, you know. But I guess I'm just very. I don't want to sit there and say stubborn, but hmm, yeah, it didn't work for me today. But I mean, even if here's the thing, I'll sit there and say this. Even if I sit there and say today's episode was trash, right? Doesn't mean I'm going to stop watching it. I've been watching the show since high school. So now Angelique says yeah. Simon says Bill has someone to do it for him, probably one of the guards. What, Angelique, when's your birthday? I'm the part. Jay Blue is in the chat. What's good, Jay Blue? Hmm. Yeah, Angelique. When is your birthday? You only like the Chanel and Natalie pairing. Okay. It's Sunday. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. How's my damn pen at? All right, I'm just gonna remember it. Usually I usually have a pen with me when I'm gonna write stuff down. I didn't actually put a pen on my damn desk. Um yeah, I mean I'll say happy early birthday now, but I'm gonna sit there and make sure I put a posting on my community tab. Just sit there and wish you a happy birthday. Sammy says, well, I think with soap operas, these people are writing a show every day. Majority of them are probably going to be fillers just to stretch out the stories until the sweeps. Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes Sammy, even when they do have sweeps week, they don't always do well. You know, like even sometimes during their so-called sweeps week, it's like you think they will put their best foot forward, and it's like, we'll see. But no, you're right. You're right, Simeon. You and Nikisha are definitely right about it. I still got to call out BS when it's need to be called out, but you are right. AJ says I'm turning 32 in June. Okay. Hopefully you'll still be with me, hopefully you'll still be with me in June, and then I can sit there and wish you a happy birthday as well. In case you know, she does not look 41. I'm gonna tell you right now, Nikisha does not look 41. Like for real. So I'm like, yo, if Nikisha's 41, please tell us your secret so we can all sit there and follow. That's for real. Mel says this is the same judge who. Oh, okay, all right. This is interesting now. It's true. It's true, AJ. I love having you in the chat and everything like that. So definitely, definitely hope you stick around. Angelique says, "Wasn't had that exactly?" It, yeah, and that was when they were supposed to put their quote unquote best foot forward. And so he says, "G's problem is that they let things go for too long and reveals or falls out is a big letdown." No, that's very true. See, I would, and Angelique, I would have never guessed that you were 40, or you're even 46. I don't know what you ladies are doing, but keep it up. I will sit there and say, honest as honest. I'll be honest, Diane and Jack do have chemistry. I mean, it would make sense. They worked together for a long time, and I think they were together probably before I was born. So Mel says, "Okay, cool. Are you?" Shauna says, "Bill needs to lose well. He probably will. He probably will." Oh, you mean between? Okay, yeah, because my birthday is on the 22nd. So like I'm between Leo and Virgo. But I guess always identify with just being a Leo. I mean, I don't really follow astrology or anything like that, but you know, now says Eagle Fang is in the chat. Eagle Fang says the Survivor show was boring today, but at least we get down to Drew. Yeah, it's gonna happen this week. It's gonna happen this week, Eagle Fang. And by the way, I'm loving Cobra Kai so far. I am straight up loving Cobra Kai. Like, and I think I'm on like episode 5, and I'm already just like, I love this show. Yeah, that's absolutely double C. Absolutely. Like seriously, I looked at Angelique's page and I looked at Nikisha's page and I'm just like, I don't know what these women are doing, but yeah. Angelique says, is Deacon going back to jail? Hmm, I hope not. Auto 20 is in the chat. What's good, Auto 20? Trav 3 is in the chat. What's good? YGH got Sunny being nosy. Yeah, I didn't understand that. That literally made no sense. Eagle Fang says you're going to love episode 10. Oh, I'm already loving it up to episode 5 so far. Like I'm already loving up to episode 5. So I'm definitely gonna sit there and try to watch more this week. Now Samuel says the first lady to play Diane had really good chemistry with all the other actors. Oh, okay. Nate says I got a call in the last live chat. Oh, okay. Are these Nate? Are they still together? I'm just wondering, are they still together? Yeah, you know what, Nate. Yeah, I did put that up for the members. Like I said, you want to be a member, definitely hit the join button. If you got a desktop or a laptop, um, it's $4.99, and it's going to come with a lot of good perks. So, and one of them that I really love is the live streams. Um, Auto 20, you and You know what? Auto 20, how do you feel about your boy Andrew Tate being in jail? That's really what I want to sit there and ask you. How do you feel about him being in jail or caught up on these charges? Jay Blue says if you get your chart done, it could tell you. Yeah, I've never. If you get your charge done, what do you mean by that? What charge, Jay Blue? You would think so, Shauna, but of course, once he has on the necklace is Bad Boy Bill now. In case that I wish I could have seen Marine West play Diane. I saw a little bit of it. In case they have some of that stuff on YouTube. So definitely check it out. Traverse is in the chat. Traverse says I have a funny feeling Sabrina is not gonna make it. Don't say that to the Sabrina fans. Although Tony, do you think that he did it though? Do you think that he did what those charges are saying that he did? That's the question, although 20. Oh, he got released. Oh, okay. Human trafficking, and he just got released just like that. Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't know if he did it or if he didn't do it. So I guess time will sit there and tell. Australia's charge. Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know. I've never really thought much of astrology, but I mean, there are certain qualities that I guess I do have, like loyalty and stuff like that. So, Auto 20 says Andrew Tate is an anti-hero protagonist. Hmm. Propagandist. What was that? Okay. Is it film? Solomon is in the chat. What happened on YNR today? Um, I don't know off the top of my head, but I did do a review though, and I did correct the time. I did correct the date because I had it at 2022 instead of 2023. But it was a good episode. I'll sit there and say that, Solomon. Samuel says Maureen West at Diane was not good. She had Samuel. Okay, was it as bad as the Carly? What was the Carly that was really bad? If you can compare to that really bad Carly, what was what was because they talk about like well the one Carly that no one talks about because she was just bad, like really bad, and I don't remember which one it was, but she had the bar fight with Sam. Eagle Fang's general husband needs a serious shake up. It's so boring, even getting boring or waiting for Sonny and Victor to be the Godfather war. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It started off strong. It really did. It started off strong. So yeah, I'll never forget that. Hmm. Interesting, Solomon. Now, Auto 20 just says the same thing twice, but then you say, I love rooting for the bad guys and bullying the good guys. Okay. Tracy says they took a few of Andrew's day cars. They're not playing. Oh, hmm. He took the day cars. I've heard that he's had some legal issues before with human trafficking. But it's one of those things. It's like I didn't talk about it too much because I didn't know if they were true or not. So it's like I'm not gonna sit there and just start because I partly want to do a video on Andrew Tate, but I'm like, I don't know much about the guy, so Kim, Nate says I haven't heard anything about Kim, and oh, okay. I was wondering about that, Nate. I was wondering about that. Negative Thing says Carly Jones is going to be in the next episode. So I can't wait till Brock and you come out with yeah. Always gonna it's gonna be interesting. Eagle Fang. Now Jessica says I think her name is Jennifer. She yeah. Ooh yeah, Jennifer. Yes, Jessica. She was the Carly that no one talks about. She was the Carly that no one talks about, and that's why I was they're comparing her. Okay, all right. So that's I was they're trying to compare it to. Okay, all right. Thanks, Samuel. How about Samuel? Solomon says, "Let me just say it this way, Alex." Diane tried to literally murder Nikki at times. Bring West Diane, less Victor throws her out of a moving ambulance. Big difference. Okay. Now, Nikisha, are there any characters you just want back for the 60th anniversary, like Justice, Ward, Tyler as Nicholas, Brendan to be on the show, Nina, how quick, Sunny? Oof. You don't put Brenda on the show. Don't put Brenda on the show because Brenda come on the show. Yeah, there's a good feeling. There's a good part of me that'll be like, Sonny will sit there and really kick Nina to the curb. China says I really hate Tucker turning out like that because I liked him and Dom. Yeah, it was nice, but here's the thing. I'm glad it came to light because he came there with some bad intentions. Let's put it that way. So the fact that you're practically having a snake being around your son, plotting all that stuff. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Tucker too, and I like the scenes with Tucker and Dom. But I'm like, if Devon knew what he was doing, those, what I'm saying, those scenes wouldn't even be a thing. The Eagle Fang says they're waiting so long on Chase and okay, Rob is in the chat. Rob says yes. Michael, Sonny, Willow, and Nina are boring. Fast forward. The problem, Rob, especially with the Michael and Willow scene, especially when you start talking about Sonny, it's just like, I mean, it's when Michael starts talking about Sonny, it's like no one cares at this point. Like you've just been on repeat. Solomon says I think Wayne West was a good replacement for them, but they really blew it. Fishy says if Brendan comes back, yeah, if Brendan comes back as some Raffinina. Might be a Raffinina. I'm just saying. Which I don't get her appeal. I think she's pretty and everything like that, but she's not pretty enough for me to sit there and dump whatever current girlfriend that I have in my life. Mel says I love Tucker, but I don't like this true. Yeah. Well, I'm glad his true colors came out because at least now he knows who he's dealing with. Timmy says the only thing I'm upset about is for this to be Why Not's 50th anniversary. They aren't making me feel good. Hmm. Or Timmy, did the 50th episode come up yet, or they already came in Ren? Or it came in Ren? Jay Blue says Brendan needs to stay gone. Tracy says Sonny will be back. Yeah. Solomon says, yeah, Nick and Diane hooked up back in the day. Wow. That is crazy. Now, Damon says Joss and Dex are the only ones to know that the hook killer was not pregnant. Yeah, no, but Damon, when Britt told the cops, She didn't sit there and say anything about her being pregnant. She's supposed to be you know, she's like a baby doctor. I know there's a term for it, but I'm gonna get the words screwed up. So now AJ says, no offense to the Brenda fans, but I find her boring. Hmm. AJ, I would sit there and say, I wish that we didn't have to get to a point where it's like you don't want to offend Brenda fans. Like you should just be able to say, hey, you know what? I find Brenda boring, and that's it. And you shouldn't have to worry about offending anyone. It's OBYGN. No, no, no. No, I kind of Jessica. I was thinking about that in my head, but I knew that I was going to screw that up. I knew I was going to screw that up. But yeah, thank you, Jessica, baby. Yeah, the baby doctor. But I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing for me though. Like as far as when I talk about Sabrina, Artrina, and Spencer, when I sit there and say something or I criticize them, I'm not going to bother to sit there and say no offense because at this point, these are fictional characters, and people really shouldn't be upset when you criticize fictional characters. It's just be like, hey, you know what? Let's not get that's not your cup of tea, and that's fine, but whatever, you know. One says the Foresters and the Locust better prepared because Sheila's coming to town, baby. Sammy says no, it will happen in March, but oh, okay. Well, Sammy, I guess we'll just have to sit there and wait in March. Well, March is not that far away. Well, we'll see what happens in March. He just says, oh, yeah, she did. And I remember. Angelique says the OB going to be coming back. The OBGYN. I don't know if those are the exact acronyms for that, but Becky D is in the chat. What's good, Becky D? So far, I actually had about three of my members in the live stream. So I want to sit there and ask a question. Um, since I got Angelique and Becky D in the chat, did you actually enjoy the live stream last Saturday? Hmm. No, you're right, Nikkish. You're right. And the thing is, here's the thing, Nikkish. This is the one. Thank you, Becky D. Thank you, and thank you, Angelique. Thank you so much. Because I definitely look forward to seeing that they're doing another members live members live only. I'm definitely looking forward to doing that. So Jay Blue said that I don't dislike Brenda, but her story is yeah. But Nikki said yes. You're right. You're right. People are allowed to like what they want to like, and it's kind of a crappy thing to sit there and really crap on something that people like. And one of the many things that I appreciate about you, Nikisha, is because I was doing that for a little bit. I was doing that for a little bit. I was not there making little jokes or whatever about the banner and stuff. Um, and in reality, the truth of the matter is, yeah, it may not be my thing, but people enjoy it, and it is what it is. So I need to respect that, even if I don't agree with it. So I want to thank you, Nikisha, for actually telling me that. AJ says I'm trying to become a member. Okay, well, I appreciate it, AJ. Um, okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you in the members. Whenever you can. I know it's kind of hard because I think you have to be like on a desktop or a laptop, which really sucks. But I definitely look forward to seeing you in the live stream, in the members live stream. Yeah, Shakira, you do. It's $4.99. It took a while for me to sit there because I had the option of doing it like a couple of months back, but I wanted to make sure I was going to be committed to something that they're doing these perks like the live streams only and the shout outs and the exclusive videos and stuff like that. So I think you're gonna really enjoy it if you ever become a member, Shakira. But AJ, I appreciate even you just thinking about it. So thank you, AJ. If I haven't said that enough. Um, Sean, I don't think he will. I think eventually the light, a lot of the times in these soap operas, the light will come out. Like the truth will come out. Now, Nikisha said, James said that Poppy. Yeah, no, and I will sit there and say that, Nikisha. It was a nice thing that they did for the actors. It really showed a certain level of appreciation. That definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So the fact that they were able to witness that and her mother was there, it was a nice time. It was a nice time. It was something good that they did for him. But I think the point of me really kind of bringing that back up is because a lot of times I kind of have to sit there and realize where to stay in my own lane. I may not agree with X, Y, and Z, but it doesn't give me the right to sit there and crap on it just because I don't agree with it. And Nikisha, Nikisha kind of called me out on it, and she was 100% right. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, we can all mess up as long as we learn from it. You know, Solomon says, "Or Tucker and Phyllis gonna hook up." I would sit there and say, actually, that's a really good question. I wouldn't. I can see that happening. Misery loves misery. And this is on. Okay. Shauna says when find out Summer left town, she'd be on the warpath. Yeah. Yeah, Phyllis can sometimes seem like she's unstable on a typical Tuesday. So yeah. Now Ron says Phoenix did a video on the actor playing Nicholas was being harassed by. Yeah. I remember you said that in the last stream. Which is it sucks. It sucks. People don't know how to tell fiction from reality. And you know, it just sucks. Let's put it that way. Now, Shauna says, I'm ready for the larceny on Nikki. And Shakira says, is purple your favorite colors? Are you talking to me or somebody else? Oh, no, okay. Mel says, summer. Oh, because of the purple heart. Hmm. Yeah. Nikki said, yes, nobody's perfect. I know that I don't want to judge for the best things I've ever. I don't want to be judged for the best thing I've ever did or the worst thing I ever did. Judge me on the messy careers in between. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's why I say, I want to sit there and thank you for saying that because, again, I'm going to be honest. Their banner was their banner, and it is what it is. I didn't enjoy it as much as other people did, but it's not for me to enjoy. It's for the fans and whatever. So Becky D says, "Guess I need to catch up on days." Days have been, if you, I will sit there and say this much, Becky D, is that today's episode was emotional. It was an emotional episode, and I will put it that way. So just have some tissues ready. Solomon says, "Has the show ever acknowledged Diane being a former blind?" Hmm. Well, Solomon, it's actually kind of interesting that you say that because the first Phyllis was like dark. I mean, the first Nina on GH was like this dark. She had like dark red hair, like brunette. When Nina came on there, it was just full blonde. It was just full blonde, and it was just like, okay, cool. So we're just not even gonna bother to try to. I mean, granted, I wouldn't know how she would look with like red hair, dark hair, but yeah. Tyrone is in the chat. What's good, Tyrone? Ron says, and Phoenix said that. Yeah, yes, I remember you were there saying that before. The next time you're in the chat, I'm gonna sit there and write down that name. I'm gonna see if I can find her. Sammy says Fearless is unstable. This whole got it together act is just an act. I don't know. I don't know. It's just with Phyllis sometimes it's like I'll put it this way, Sammy. Phyllis is a mess. Okay, but she is a mess that I can enjoy. Mostly because I can usually have something to talk about when I talk about YNR. When I do review on YNR, I can at least have something to talk about. So I can definitely appreciate that. And how you doing tonight, Tyrone? Thank you for joining. But yeah, I do gotta sit there and watch tomorrow's episode of Y. Well, I'll probably watch tomorrow. I'll probably watch tomorrow's episode of YNR when I'm at work. I'll probably do that. Solomon says I'm waiting for Phyllis and Diane to catfight at a society we're having recording. Catfight. I've never really fully. Maybe it's just me, but I felt like that term is just kind of so outdated. Sit there and say cat fight. I mean, when guys fight, they don't sit there and call it a dog fight. So I don't get why two women, you know, fighting is considered cat fighting. You know, I don't get it. Shauna says Phyllis needs to focus on her job. She does. And it's funny. It's funny, Shauna, because there was one point where she was like, maybe I need to stop working with my kids. And I'm like, no, bro, you need to go backwards in life. You were a boss. You were your own boss for the most part. And then you decide to work for your daughter. And you didn't work for your daughter, which was, okay, it's a little kind of a weird backward step in life, but you didn't want to work for your daughter to work with your daughter. No, you want to work with your work for your daughter to get back at a woman for things that she did about 20 something years ago. Now, Nikki said you want to see a good fight. Search Nikki and Diane fight. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna do that tonight, Nikisha. I'm gonna do that tonight. Thank you. I've been loving watching some old scenes of YNR. So thank you for that, Nikisha. Thank you. I gotta say, I really did have a good time talking to everyone tonight. This was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun. I wanna thank everyone for joining. I think I'm gonna probably end the stream right here. Um, just because I do gotta wake up at like somewhat the ass crack of the morning. Jakaris is in the chat. What's good, Jakaris? Someone says I'm fine with Jack and Phyllis getting back together just as long as Phyllis promised to tone down her obsession with Diane. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. That's so not gonna happen, Solomon. I mean, she literally quit her job to work for her daughter to get back at a woman for something that they did 20 something years ago. So she's not that this she's Phyllis, let's put it this way. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you. No, I'm definitely gonna sit there and watch it. It was a great chat. Thank you, Blackmon. Thank you for joining. Um, thank you, Nikisha. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Nona, for the super chat. I really appreciate you, and I just appreciate you being here. I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you so much. Thank you, Angelique. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you, Jakaris. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Shakira. Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Dolly. Um, I'm missing some people. I know I am. Monique was in the chat early, but I did tell her to have a good night. Blackmon, it was always a blessing. Betty, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a member. Thank you, Angelique, being a member. Tyrone, I saw Alexis. Oh yeah, no, yeah, Tyrone. It was actually pretty good. It was probably actually one of my favorite parts in this trash of an episode. Thank you, Nikisha. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining. Be safe. I look forward to seeing everyone in the next stream. And this weekend I may have something really on your desktop or a laptop. You want to hit the join button. It's definitely going to be worth it. We have a lot of fun. Well, the first one was really good. We had a lot of fun. We talked about soaps. We talked about shows. It was a really good chat. Thank you, Shauna. Thank you for joining. Thank you, AJ. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe. And yeah, I look forward to seeing everyone next stream.